Is it? And just when you least need it, your boiler goes on the blink. And naturally, no idea how to fix it.
Well, Leeds United through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup this afternoon after a 3-0 win over Norwich City. Johnny Howson and Simon Grayson are alongside us watching the afternoon unfold, and we're going to hear from Joel Piroe very shortly in the Ellen Road tunnel. But Simon, just your thoughts on what's been a comfortable and professional display today?
Yeah, look, we said before the game, got to be professional, you've got to be at it, got to respond after back-to-back defeats, and the players were really good. The changes that Daniel made, every player came in, had an influence on the game, in possession, out of possession. Got the 2-goal lead at half-time, and you just wanted to make sure that it's going to be an easy second half. And to be fair to Norwich, they had a little bit of a go early in that second half, but we were quite comfortable, I think. Perry's hardly had a save to make. We get to the opportunity, get the 3rd goal, and win the game quite comfortably, so happy days.
Well, we got the 3rd goal thanks to the man who's in the Ellen Road tunnel ready to speak to us, Joel Piroe. Joel, many congratulations. You and the rest of the players have taken this club to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup for the first time since 2003. How does it feel?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. Well, it feels good. We knew that we would be the favourites today, but then to win in this way is also very important for us.
Hi Joel, it's Simon Grayson, ex-Leeds manager. After back-to-back defeats, Man City and Sunderland the other night, what was Daniel's message to the group today to go out and put things right that have gone wrong the last couple of games?
Yes, definitely, and I think, and he also said like just play with confidence as well, even though we might not have taken it in results in the last couple of games, but I think we played really well and we created enough to have better outcomes in the last 2 games, and we just needed to replicate that and add the goals to it as well.
Joel, Johnny Howson here. Well done on your win and getting through to the next round, and it must be pleasing as an attacking player getting a goal yourself as well, because as we all know, attacking players can be selfish and they want to get on the score sheet, so it must be a pleasing day for yourself as well as the team as well.
Yes, no, thank you. Definitely, it's always a pleasure to score and always gives you an extra boost. It's what you want as a striker or forward player especially.
Well, I think we can show you your goal because you were waiting for a chance like this. You hit the crossbar in the second half. So when this comes to you, what are you thinking?
Goal. Yes, that was just what I was thinking. Like, of course, now when the ball gets rolled into you like that, you only think has to be on target. Like, clear idea.
These are the sort of goals that you love doing, don't you? A lovely weighted pass, slow enough to hit first time and bend it in the far corner with that lovely left foot of yours.
Yes, no, definitely. This, well, I would say if I do this 10 times, it should be 9 times at least a goal.
And how do you feel, Joel, personally after today and your performance? Because obviously we know game time has been a little bit limited for you. So what's your mindset going into the kind of running in the end of the season now?
Well, take as much as you can. Like, of course, the game time can be limited, but I just want to show myself as good as possible for every game, really.
For the team, you know, there's an FA Cup quarter-final on the horizon. I'm not sure if you've thought about the draw or maybe even getting to Wembley in the semi-final, but there's also the league campaign to deal with. So how are you kind of marrying up both of these now?
Well, of course, we're hoping for another home game, and then it doesn't matter who it is, then we will be happy.
Well, everyone happy inside Ellen Road this afternoon. Joel, thank you very much and congratulations on your goal and the victory today. Very well played. Joel Piroe there talking to us live in the Ellen Road tunnel after a 3-0 win over Norwich City this afternoon. You know, and Joel, smiles beaming on his face there because you mentioned it, Johnny. You know, strikers kind of thrive off goals and chances, and he was desperate for a clear chance like that today, and he took it away really well.
Yeah, exactly that. And as you say, he had that shot, 25, 30 odd yards out, so you could see certainly being 2-0 up, and that's what they're there to do, aren't they? The strikers go and score, and I'm sure they'll be no different, itching to get on the score sheet. Really unlucky, as I say, with that long shot, and then gets in a perfect position, well weighted pass from Lucas as well to go and to go and tap it in and seal the win. So yeah, he'll be really pleased with that as well.
And what moment for that young fan as well, getting the match shirt as well handed to him. And weirdly, Joe Piroe, big hero last year, scoring loads of goals, Sam, in the Championship. He's probably the one that's suffered the most, hasn't he, this year in terms of game time? So he'll be delighted today.
He will be, because it hasn't been easy for him this year, after being such a big player, as you said, goals and assists last year in the Championship, to being a bit of a bit part player. But he comes across as a player that is dedicated, professional, and gives everything. He's got that language style of being sort of quite laid back, but that's just his style of play has always been in his career so far. But he's a talented player. He just hasn't had the opportunities to get to the team because of how well the other lads are doing in front of him. But again, I said he's one of them that when he comes into the team, he has to go and show Daniel what he's capable of doing. And I thought his all-round game was decent enough. He was controlling. He was playing in that sort of 2 number 10 roles where he was able to get into the box and hit the bar like he did and score. Can certainly give him big confidence boost from now to the end of the season for the team and for himself.
Can't believe I haven't mentioned the fact that the score predictions were right.
What, 3-0?
Oh yeah,
No, we've got 2 now.
Almost.
Anyway, move on.
Almost. The second half, Johnny, that was a kind of professional display, wasn't it, in terms of just keeping Norwich at arm's length? Because the idea of 2-0 up at half time, you might be thinking 3-4-5, and you can kind of make it very comfortable, but you just have to get the job done, don't you? Do you think that was the mindset of the second half for the players?
I think so, yeah. As we said, at half-time, Norwich were going to maybe come out and have a go, and they're going to have odd spells, you know. We spoke before the game of the team that's been going well, so they're going to have odd moments in the game. They had the one that flashed across the box, and apart from that, you don't remember too over many chances, and as you say, we were solid across the back. Second half, I think we maybe came off it a little bit, but like we said, cup games, just get the job done. Thoroughly professional performance, get the third late on and job done, and we're all going home happy.
Yeah, it does highlight when you see a game like that in the previous 2 rounds, kind of I know Birmingham pushed us close, but that kind of gap between Premier League and Championship. So.
Yeah, look, that's been the case, hasn't it, for the last few years, that Championship to Premier League players is a big gulf at times. And again, the players who came into the team today did really well. And I think if you're looking at Daniel's perspective, they had to be professional, but getting the result in the way that they did allowed players to get. Daniel James got 65 minutes again, which would be great for for the rest of the season for him. Other lads got minutes into the legs, because these lads are going to be called upon from now to the end of the season at some point, and they did what they had to do. It was potentially a tough game for them after 2 defeats, and we all know what it can be like here when you have had a couple of defeats, but the crowd were really good, really positive. Players reacted to that, and it's been a perfect day.
Okay, let's go down to the Ellen Road Tunnel then for some more reaction. Our commentary team are waiting. It's Brynlaw with Tony Dorigo.
Thanks, Tom. Yes, so that was actually a little bit more straightforward, perhaps, ultimately, than we were fearing it might be, wasn't it?
For sure. The way that we normally do things isn't that straightforward. But I thought we started okay. After 5-10 minutes, we started to settle in and really put some pressure on Norwich. And they couldn't really cope. We had a couple of VAR decisions. Of course, it went against us, but we just kept going and going. And really, first half, got 2 goals ahead. And we should have been. We were 2 goals better than them for sure.
Good goals as well, weren't they?
They were very good goals. I think Longstaff, it's great for him. Fantastic first touch, by the way, and a spin and volley was really good. But just because I'm sure when he came here, he thought he would be, I suppose, an integral part of the midfield. He would play in kind of every game. Hasn't quite worked out that way, but he's a really good professional. You can see that. He's got a great character about him. So to have a game today and score a goal like that, I think will be really good for his confidence.
And nobody will have a broader grin, I'm sure, than Gabby Goodmanson.
Yeah, it's great to see Gabby, because he's played tremendous this season, been really good. One thing is just missing, I think, is a bit of composure sometimes in front of goal. He's had 1 or 2 half chances before, but this one he took really well. He was 10 yards out or so, just hit the target and just show some composure, and he did it really well.
There were 20-25 minutes in the start of the second half when Norwich were seeing quite a lot of the ball. Had a couple of moments in the middle of that. That was when it was probably the only nervy period of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, we always thought we needed a third goal just to kill it off properly. Whoever got that next goal, if we conceded it to them, then you think, okay, bit of a tough few minutes that we didn't really need. But we had made the changes at the right time, and Anton Stack came on, and a couple of times in that midfield area, interceptions were superb, got us going forward, and the goal from Piroe was wonderful. We look at João Piroe and think, okay, he's one of the best finishers at the club, no doubt. That sort of opportunity was superb, because Mecha, the pace of the ball, said to João, hit it first time, just bend it in that bottom corner, and great technique and a really good goal.
So we look forward to the draw, and do you have any kind of preference as to what sort of tie comes next?
Yeah, absolutely. João Piroe said anyone at home. I don't agree. Okay, Port Vale at home would be lovely. No, really, it would be, honestly. Yeah, you'd like to say anyone at home is fine, but we've had some...
So what you're trying to say is let's avoid the big guns. Is that right? Let's avoid Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester City.
You've seen through me, Bryn. You're right. Let's avoid any of them. But you know what? You just don't know. It's cup football. Winning is a great kind of medicine to keep getting that ball rolling forward, and take it into the league as well. So that will help there. But yeah, wins are a lovely thing to do, and we had a good one today.
Well, we wait and we hope. We also wait and hope that we'll be bringing you an interview with Daniel Farke fairly shortly.
Yeah, Daniel Farke was watching from the stands this afternoon, of course, and every time the camera panned to him, he seemed pretty relaxed, pretty kind of composed, not getting too carried away. But he will be delighted with the way his team approached the game, and particularly the quality of the goals that were scored, because for all different reasons, there were different kinds of goals, but they'll really please him, won't they?
Yeah, exactly. When he's not on the touchline, you've seen a different perspective up in the stands, and he'll be delighted that his character is quite relaxed anyway, even on the touchline, but he'll have seen the job that the players were doing. I think he'll be really delighted that Dan James was a big factor in the game today, because he can have a big influence. Goodmanson's been doing what he's done all season, but there just seemed to be, like you said, a variation of the goals. There was a clinicness about the players. They all seemed to be in the right areas at the right time. But another big factor is a clean sheet. We've not had too many of them this season, even though it's against a championship club. That can only boost the confidence going forward, because like Perry didn't have a lot to do, but when he did, he was good handling and stuff like that. Defenders want clean sheets, attackers want goals. Today we've got everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for Leeds United. We'll run through the goals as well, as and when. But that first goal that we managed to score through Sean Longstaff. Tony mentioned it there, Johnny. I mean, it was unbelievable technique and a fantastic finish. And he'll say he meant the first touch, and who are we to argue? But just talk us through this from your perspective.
Well, as we spoke about at half time, I thought we caused some real problems down the sides. Combination here between Goodmanson and Nonto, and the rest. From a defending point of view, from a Norwich, as soon as he has that touch, you're probably thinking chance has gone or whatever, because obviously Goodmanson's wanting to fire it across, someone gets first time shot, but as soon as he has that touch and it goes behind him, you're probably thinking, and I'm sure the keeper as well were alright, but it happens that quick, the quality of it as well, how he spins, they just can't react in time when they're that close.
The good thing about the goal as well is that Goodmanson's got to the byline and put it in there.
I interrupt you, Simon, sorry, because the Leeds United manager, Daniel Farke, is in the tunnel with Bryn and Tony.
Daniel is here. He's come down from his seat in the stand. How was the view from there for you today, Daniel?
Good, relaxed. Could see 3 proper goals, a clean sheet, so can't complain too much today.
You asked for your side to put the chances away when we spoke after the last game. You saw that today, didn't you?
Yes, very happy and proud of the boys, because you can't take it for granted. Yeah, of course, we were the favourite today, but you just have to look at the other fixtures. So the big names, Arsenal, Chelsea yesterday, so they were struggling a lot. They've rotated a bit. The teams around us on the table also today, they're all out of the competitions. They have rotated. We've also rotated today on 9 positions, and we're able to deliver a comfortable win. Pretty happy with the performance, pretty happy with the clean sheet, with the 3 goals. I think pretty dominant performance. Also 2 more goals ruled out by VAR. Could have scored 1 or 2 more. I think game management in the second half could be a bit better, so we could control the game a bit better. Was for a while a bit of a transition game, a bit like basketball, and then 2 of my holding midfielders on yellow cards already after 65 minutes. We had to react then, but nevertheless many things to like about, and the most important thing is we are through the next round.
I think with 9 changes as well, it's important those boys come in and perform well. And I think in the whole, they did play well.
Yes, it's never easy. So it has nothing to do with the quality of the players. But if you rotate 9 times, you need a bit time in order to get used to it. I think we need also today 10 or 15 minutes. But then, from minute 50 on, excellent first half, Scott. 2 fantastic goals were all over them and deserved also to be in lead. Again, second half game management could have been a bit better, but also was for several players the first time in the starting lineup since a while, and you could feel they were a bit tired then. And for that was also good then to bring some players in and to get control back over the game to score the 3rd goal. And overall it was again a team effort, and I'm pretty happy that we are through. And the dream can continue.
The dream continues, indeed it does. So on that basis, you know roughly what you're looking at in terms of the draw. What do you fancy?
Home game, definitely a home game again. I don't mind. So quarterfinal is proper. So we started this competition with many teams in the competition right now. Apart from us, just 7 other teams can win this competition. So we're edging a bit closer. So it's still not realistic at the moment to win the FA Cup, but who knows? So the best thing would be of course a home game, and would like to be in this exciting atmosphere again. And then we'll see what we can do. Then hopefully in the next round.
Fingers crossed. We
Fingers
can look
crossed.
forward to it. We can look forward to it. Well done,
Right,
Daniel.
good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Excellent, good stuff, Daniel.
Thank you.
Well, Daniel Farke giving us his reaction to this afternoon's 3-0 win over Norwich here at Ellen Road. And, as you'd expect there, Simon, Daniel's just kind of keeping a lid on things at the moment. But the reality is we are 90 minutes away from a Wembley appearance in a semi-final of the FA Cup. And for a club like Leeds to have not reached this stage since 2003, it says it all.
Yeah, it does. And it's credit to the strength in depth that the club have got, that they've been able to make 9 changes and progress quite comfortably today. And the previous rounds against Derby, Birmingham, not so easy. But again, confidence from winning today can lead into the rest of the Premier League. When I was here, we just more or less played a strong team all the time because I wanted to win every match and also build the confidence going forward for the rest of the season. So he'll be really pleased that the players have responded today, come back in, stopped the rot of potential 3 defeats at home in a week, which would have been not a disaster, but not far off, to be fair, for confidence for the rest of the season. But yeah, he's really pleased, and who knows, get a good tie at home and Wembley.
Well, that's what they were chanting inside Ellen Road. We've been through the first, a couple of the goals already, but let's just, before we wrap up, talk us through Gabby Gudmundson's first goal for the club here. And this is the left-back finding himself on the penalty spot, finishing this, Johnny. And that's kind of the players' initiative, a little bit of tactical, sort of instructions, but this kind of shows how confidence is flowing amongst the team, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'd said, haven't we, you can see that they've got that freedom, certainly when we're attacking. We're still secure enough behind the ball if these transitions, but they've got that freedom to go and get in the box, to go and add numbers. And certainly first half, I think we did that numerous times, caused them real problems. And I think it's a great sign. You're getting your left wing back in at the penalty spot when we're attacking. You look at that now, outside the box, you've got Longstaff securing it as well. Dan James caused them problems all day. And Gudmundsson, nice for him to get his first goal. I'm sure he'll be really pleased with that. Another top performance as he's done all season. So there's a lot of positives to take from today.
He has been one of the finds of the season, has he not?
He certainly has. And
because that was a problem position for us last year as well, wasn't it?
And I think this wing-back role suits him more than playing in a back 4 at left-back. I'm not saying he can't play left-back, but he just got found out a little bit defensively when he was playing in the left-back role, but now playing as a left wing-back, he's got the licence and he's got the energy and fitness levels to get up and down, because it's a demanding role, by the way. And he's got the quality, he likes to go on the outside, but then you see an understanding with Willie Gnonto that when Gnonto was outside, he took the inward path to be in the box. The good thing from the goals is that the number of bodies that you see in the 18-yard box is 4 and 5s all the time, and if you can do that, even the poorest across might land at a white shirt, and today that's been the case.
Okay, everyone's going to be talking about the draw. It is something that we can have no control of, or no real sort of instinct on or verdict of what might happen, but what do we want from the FA Cup draw? Is it fairly obvious, given the fact that there is, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Port Vale, Southampton, and either West Ham or Brentford?
Any of that last 4. Okay. For me, anyway.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yes.
It's no disrespect. They'll be obviously, Port Vale will be really pleased they've done what they've done today, and it shows then they can cause upsets. But on paper, you want the lowest ranked team. That's no disrespect to them. You want them at home to give yourself the best chance. Don't mean then it's a cert that you go through, because we've seen Premiership side go out to them today. So you want to stay away from the big teams, as we know that. I'll just have to sit and wait now.
But I also think, even if we get a big team here at home, the atmosphere will be electric. Even the top teams don't like coming here. We've seen that over the last few weeks. Man City, Liverpool, we've given games. We've beat Chelsea.
4 points off Chelsea.
There's only Arsenal that have beaten us out of the 4 at home against anybody. Bring it on.
And how do you, we mentioned that to Joe, but how do you kind of marry it up as a manager, kind of, because you had to deal with it here when there was a promotion that was priority, but there was this FA Cup run going on as well. So how do you, because from a fan's perspective, you look at it and go, you can't do both, or it's difficult to do both. How do you kind of manage that situation?
It's not easy, but you want to win games all the time, as many games as possible. We were going for the Johnson's Paint at the same time, so we had 3 trophies that we were going for. You know what I mean? So we were going all guns blazing, but and managed only one. But I just think Daniel's got the strength in depth to change the team, the system, whenever he wants, whether it's a league game, a cup game, because I think majority of these players, even when you changed it around, there isn't a great deal of difference between certain individuals. Freshness could play a big part as well. New lads coming in for the running could play a big part, but just winning matches, his confidence levels will go through the roof again today.
Yeah, so the draw for the FA Cup quarter-final is tomorrow evening. Also tomorrow evening, under-21s are in action, Johnny, so you've got a game tomorrow night to get prepared for. You've been training this morning. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah. We've had not the greatest of results recently, but we've had a lot of change in the side. We're very young under-21s at the minute with the numbers. Some lads have done fantastic to come in and progress and develop, and ultimately, yeah, of course we want to win games of football, but it's about development, and as I say, with some of the young lads that have made that step up into the under-21s, done really well. That's the most pleasing thing. And game tomorrow night, and there'll be some of them playing, and it's another opportunity for them as well. You know, we speak about players here not playing. That's their opportunity as well. You know, when they go out on that pitch, across that white line, you've always got an opportunity to go and impress. There might be someone watching, someone taking note. We've got 3 or 4 lads that train with the first team that we're playing. It's a great opportunity. As I say, as soon as you cross those white line, there's always someone watching.
Maybe they need an experienced midfield player to be playing in the team tomorrow for them.
Just for the average age to be increased there, Johnny. Yeah. But you've got an injury, haven't you, at the moment?
Yeah, calf injury. And
the way he walked on the steps today, I'm no wonder he's got a calf injury, by the way.
He's fine walking to the buffet, though, just before kick-off. Don't worry about that. Yeah, nobody beats me. I'm out. That's what happens. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much, guys, for your company, for the FA Cup success. Leeds United through to the quarterfinals, then, like we say, for the first time since 2003. But all eyes will be on a return to league action. Of course, Selhurst Park, the destination, on Sunday in the Premier League. So join us for all the build-up to that. But thanks very much for joining us today. Happy Sunday. Wembley, Wembley.
Red Bull gives you wings.